Hey, how you doing? Today we're going to talk about living in Sacramento. Uh, if you're watching this, chances are you're wondering about living in Sacramento for whatever reason it is. And I'm going to kind of try to fill you in on some of the areas of Sacramento, uh, what it's like living in Sacramento, and I kind of understand your questioning and what it is if you're trying to move from out of town, because I did it myself not that long ago. But we'll get after it right after this, and we'll start the program and see if we can get you going. Okay, so you want to move to Sacramento for whatever reason. Let's talk about it a minute because I moved to Sacramento myself uh, about 7 years ago. I As you can tell, I talk a little funny. First thing people say when they meet me is, "You don't sound like you're from Sacramento. You talk funny." Yeah, I come from Texas. I was born and raised in Dallas, Texas. Uh, Spent my whole life there. My wife got a very good job offer here in Sacramento, and she wanted to move. And I would say that, I'd like to say that I got in the car and I said, "Okay, baby, let's go." Actually, the truth is, she had to drag me kicking and screaming to get here. But once I got here, I started getting to know the people, getting to know the area, and I started to love Sacramento. And now I call it home and I enjoy it. I'm very familiar with the entire area. I've got a lot of friends and people that I've met out here, and I've built up a lot of relationships. And yes, I love Sacramento. Sacramento is kind of known as the city of trees, and man, there are a lot of trees. Maybe not as many as there was over the last storms we had a few months ago. Around New Year's Eve, knocked down a lot of our trees because we had 80-mile-an-hour winds and a lot of rain at the same time. It's something that's very unusual. That have never happened that I know of in this area before, but it brought down a lot of trees. But there's still plenty out there. And Sacramento is quite a beautiful area. Some of the things I like living about Sacramento is that it's, as far as California, it's probably one of the most affordable places to live in California. If you're trying to compare it to San Francisco, Los Angeles, etc., you're going to find that Sacramento is quite a bit cheaper. It is an affordable cost of living. The job market here is really good. It's got an affordable lifestyle. There's lots of housing, food, entertainment, and things such as that, which are all pretty reasonable price, and it's a comfortable place to live without breaking the bank. In fact, Forbes magazine just voted Sacramento as the best city in California to live in. Uh, we've got a lot of people that are moving up from the Bay Area, buying houses up here, and it's just simply because the Bay has become unaffordable and it's such a dense living area, and people are a little bit more spread out here, and they can buy a nicer house up here and enjoy the outdoors and the trees a little bit more. Uh, let's start with housing. Housing here in Sacramento, you've got your variety. You've got your single family homes, of course, like everywhere else. Uh, You've got townhomes, you've got condos. There's a few mobile homes here and there around. Uh, they're pretty well set back into areas. I mean, some of them they're in nice areas, but some of them are set back, and you don't really pay attention to them when you go by them. Uh, But you can definitely find a decent house here in Sacramento starting at about 400,000. Now they'll go up to 2.5, 3, 4 million easy, but there are some nice houses starting around the $400,000 range. And if you consider that in areas now in Texas and stuff like that, that everybody used to say was the most affordable area, and a lot of people have left California to move to, uh, there's houses there now. Most of their houses are now starting around the $350,000, $400,000 range, and they've got a much higher tax rate than we do here. Uh, we've got a pretty decent tax rate on real estate here in California compared to say Texas. Uh, there is an income tax here, but it's not that big a hit once you get used to it. Uh, as that's one of the things that I'll help you find out here is I'll help you find and search some of the areas you might want to live in, and then we'll help you find a house, and I'll give you some pricing of some areas. I want to put a little infographic up here. Uh, as that's one of the things that I'll help you find out here is I'll help you find and search some of the areas you might want to live in, and then we'll help you find a house, and I'll give you some pricing of some areas. I want to put a little infographic up here, and it'll kind of give you an idea of some of the areas that are in Sacramento proper. We've also got around us in this region, we've got Placer County, uh, which has got the city of Roseville, which is one of the most popular destinations for people to come to. We've got Granite Bay, we've got Rockland, and some of those are more of the upscale neighborhoods and stuff like that. But there's some there's plenty of just about a pick for anything you might want in around here. Uh, Food, man, there's restaurants everywhere. Sacramento is kind of the farm to fork food capital because we grow a lot of food around here and in the valley that is surrounding us. And we get a lot of fresh food here, and there's a lot of restaurants that specialize in farm to fork. And so you're going to get some of the best food you'll ever have in your life right here. Uh, And yeah, we really love it. The only thing I find lacking here in the area that I have a hard time finding really good is Chinese food for some reason. But I have found a couple of restaurants, and I'll be happy to recommend them to you that are really good Chinese restaurants just lately. But other than that, yeah, there's all kinds of restaurants. There's all kinds of food. You've got all kinds of grocery stores from fresh foods to your big chains. And so there's plenty of that around here too. Entertainment, there's all kinds of entertainment going on. Sacramento has a lot going on. A lot of really good acts come to what areas called what's called the Crest Theater, which used to be an old movie theater, but it's turned into a music venue and stuff like that. And you can see some really good concerts, some really good people there. Of course, your bigger names you've got going to Golden One Center down there, or they'll come to one of the areas around here. I just got through seeing the Eagles down in San Jose myself. Really enjoyed that concert. If you've never seen the Eagles, they're really good. But there's plenty of concert venues going on around here, and there's a lot of stuff going on. Museums, we've got all kinds of museums. Cocker Art Museum, which is a world-renowned art museum that's here in Sacramento, and they even have for free admission on certain days, and they have family days and things like that. There's lots of hiking, there's lots of parks and trails to see, and we've got the American River, which runs through the center of Sacramento, and it's got a lot of rafting, kayaking, fishing, boating, things like that, and it's it's a real great place to visit and take your family to on the weekdays and stuff like that. We've also got Folsom Lake, which is pretty close, and there's a lot of boating and skiing and things like that if that's what you're into. Uh, One of the things that's great about Sacramento is its location. In Sacramento, you're sitting in what I call the Goldilocks location. You can go an hour, hour and a half west and be sitting on a beach. You can go an hour, hour and a half east from here and you can be snow skiing. You've got the Tahoe, Lake Tahoe region up there where it's got some of the most beautiful mountains and skiing you'll ever see in your life. Right now we're having record snowfall up there, so there's plenty of fresh powder if you're a ski buff. It's a great, great place. Yeah, Sacramento, like I say, once you get here, you'll find this place starts to feel like home pretty soon. And I understand your anxiety about maybe, hey, do I really want to move to Sacramento? Is it the place I want to go? Where do I take my kids? What's a good school district? Where's the crime low? My kids gonna be able to walk the streets and not have to worry about getting kidnapped and killed and all this good stuff. And I understand that because I went through all of the same things when I was moving. Because when I moved here, I came from Texas or an Arkansas area, and I came sight unseen. I actually hired a realtor out here, and we'd find houses online. I'd say, I go FaceTime this for me, and she'd go walk through the house, FaceTiming me the whole time and showing me the house. And that's how I picked the house I live in now. And, it turned out pretty good for me. I love the area I live in. I love the house I live in. I've got great neighbors around me. Got to know them, and we're all become friends and buddies. And it's a small cul-de-sac, and, we all look out for each other. And yeah, it's a great area. All the neighbors walk. There's a little park down the street, and neighbors walk it all day long, up and down the street, walking their dogs and kids and going to the park and stuff like that. So it's a great area, and there are lots of little pockets like that all over Sacramento, and I'd love to show them to you. So if you want to move to Sacramento, make sure you reach out to me. Make sure you get in touch, and I'll do everything I can to make your transition from wherever you're coming to here as smooth as possible. And if you need help selling your house on the other end, I've got a whole network of real estate agents I work with all across the country. Then I'll help you connect you with a real estate agent on that end that'll list your house and sell it. And then we'll find you a house to buy here, and we'll make the transition as smooth as possible for you both ways, and try and take as much worry out of it as possible for you, so you don't have to think about it, you don't have to fret it, you don't have to worry about it, and we'll try and make it all just one big smooth transition for you. So yeah, get in touch with me, because like I say, Sacramento it's an affordable place. It's a great place. You can move in without breaking the bank. You've got lots of recreational activities. You've got a lot of things to do. It's a great place to raise kids, and I think you really like it here. And yeah, if you got any questions, make sure and let me know. Thanks. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the like button. Really help me out here. But if you hit the subscribe button, I'm going to be putting up more videos, taking you through some tours to different areas of town and stuff like that. And we'll give you more information about what's going on in California. There's a lot of new programs. I just posted a video today explaining about a new program that's for California first-time home buyers. So if you're moving from out of town, you haven't owned a home in the past and you're first-time home buyers, we've got a program that they just announced that what they'll do is they'll loan you a 20% for a down payment, and you don't have to make payments on the down payment loan portion of it until you sell the house. And then you sell the house and you share the appreciation with the state of whatever the value of the house went up during that period of time. Anyhow, it's a great program. Check out the video on that. But I'll be posting other videos along the way, and we'll keep you updated on what's going on in Sacramento, what's happening in the real estate market here. And if you've got any particular questions that you'd like for me to address in the video, make sure you drop them in the comments below. I'll be glad to try and answer them for you right away. And if I can't, then I'll be sure that I'll make a whole video for you, and we'll try and cover those subjects for you. And again, my name is Monte Roberts. I'm with HomeSmart Eye Care Realty here in Sacramento. My telephone number is 916-426-9044. That's 916-426-9044. So get in touch with me. Let's see what we can do for you. And make sure you subscribe and follow the channel. And hopefully you'll get more information, and you'll learn a little bit more about living in Sacramento. The good, the bad, the ugly. I'll try and give you it all. Thanks.